Did you know that there will be a section on the ISEE exam that won't be your usual multiple choice set? And that really stumps students. I'm Jane from Prepped and Polished, and today I'm walking you through quantitative comparison questions on the ISEE. The entire structure of every quantitative comparison question on the test is that you're comparing quantities, not solving directly. And today we're going to master the strategy behind them. Each quantitative comparison question comes with 4 different answer choices. Starting with A, the quantity in column A is greater, and B, the quantity in column B is greater. These 2 answer choices have no ambiguity worked into them. They mean that for every value of X, quantity A will be greater than quantity B, and for answer choice B, quantity B will be greater than answer choice A. For C, the 2 quantities are equal. This means for every value of X, the 2 quantities will equal each other, and it's always consistent. For D, the relationship cannot be determined from the information given. This is the most commonly confused answer choice. It doesn't mean that you're unsure as a student in answering the question. It means that no relationship holds consistently. So for our question above, column A is x squared and column B is x. When I let x equal 3, column A will be greater. When I let x equal 0.5, column B will be greater. When I let x equal 1, they'll equal each other. So that's a perfect situation that we have answer choice D being chosen, because they will both be different scenarios under different conditions. A helpful thing about these questions is that the ISEE never asks for an exact answer, only the comparison. That opens the door to some very efficient strategies. First, read any information the question stem carefully states. Anything above the quantities applies to both of them equally. Second, look for ways you can simplify. You can apply the same operation to both quantities, adding, subtracting, multiplying by a positive number without disrupting the comparison. Think of it as a balance. Equal adjustments on both sides preserve the relationship. Third, when variables are present, try a range of values. Positive numbers, negative numbers, fractions, 0. These edge numbers are often what is the basis for the comparison. The comparisons behave unexpectedly when you're trying different numbers. Fourth, if your results are inconsistent across those values, if the greater quantity keeps changing, that's your signal. The answer choice will be D. The relationship cannot be determined from the information given. At its core, quantitative comparison comes down to one discipline: evaluating relationships, not just solving problems. Know when the conclusion is definitive, know when it's conditional, and know the difference between an answer you've proven and one that you've simply assumed. Quantitative comparison is not about speed, it's about precision and knowing what answer choice truly means before you select it. With that understanding in place, you're not just guessing, you're deciding. And that is exactly the kind of test taker the ISEE rewards. If you found this helpful, make sure you like the video and subscribe to Prepped and Polished for more test prep tips. And if you have questions or want to work with our tutors one-on-one, visit us at preppedandpolished.com. I'm Jane, thanks for tuning in and good luck with your preparation.